blocked by the legs of Finn Sermon. It's out on that left-hand side into the near post. Flicked on. Doesn't reach Suarez. It was Messi who got his head on that. Not known for his heading ability. Might have been Bertarami, in fact. It's a good ball in from Segovia. The Portland defenders didn't look particularly comfortable with Messi running at them. That was a chance for Herman Bertarami. He just got the header wrong. Ball came off his shoulder in the end, into the arms of the Portland keeper. Swept away by Pantomis. Portland can bring it away. They've got men forward here. Velda's on the run into the penalty area, and a sliding tackle. Velda tried to play an Anthony on this left-hand side, and Ian Frey got back, made the challenge. Portland have looked direct on the break here. Christopher Velda, the Norwegian, has been involved in the first few minutes. Corner kick, first corner of the game for Portland Timbers. Left-hand side. It'll be right-footed in-swinger by the big Norwegian, Velda. Just the one assist so far this season for him. Has been an ever-present for Portland Timbers. Where's the number 99? Does Christopher Velda. Referee, as is traditional now with any set piece, has to get involved and separate some players. Ian Frey, Segovia, is just pointing out to the referee that Brandon Bye's got a handful of shade. Right-footed in-swinger from Velda. Good ball, headed away at the near post. He's going to shoot and break for Chara. Chara's shot is blocked. He's going to get a second opportunity. He's got no one forward though, and he's had to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. A solid 80-yard back pass. Pantomis gives it back to Diego Chara. Portland just slow it down. Happy to get on the ball. Chara wide to David da Costa. Costa drives, ball into the penalty area. Cross was somewhat overhit. Kevin Kelsey was the target but couldn't quite get there. Seeing the replay of that Messi chance. Really anywhere except where he's put it straight at the goalkeeper. And that would be 1-0 to Miami. DePort tries to slide it up the right-hand side to Messi. Before he was in with the tackle. Throw into Miami. Ian Frey tries to find Bertarami. Bertarami was crowded out by Portland defenders. Ball is at the feet of Kamal Miller. Miller. White bandage on his left hand. Bandages on hands are definitely a thing now for modern footballers. Here come Portland. Shooting opportunity, edge of the box maybe. He was carried a long way. And the shot comes in and it is saved by Sinclair. Chance for Velda. Still in the penalty area. Eventually Miami get it away. First save of the game forced by Dane Sinclair. Miami on the attack. It's wide open as we suspected. Messi to Bertarami. Poor pass from Bertarami. Was looking for Messi. Portland have it back. Into the middle of the field with Cole Bassett. Bassett been direct a couple of times. He's had possession as the young American. He's won a free kick this time. It was Bassett who got that shot off. It was saved by Dane Sinclair. Fairly comfortable save. The Inter Miami goalkeeper just used both fists to knock it away to the right hand side. Chara The runner outside him, didn't use him. It was Da Costa. Now Da Costa has it. Cross comes in towards the back post. Sinclair had to backpedal a little bit, went all the way across the face of goal. I'm not sure Dane Sinclair knew quite where that was dropping. But it did drop beyond Dane Sinclair's right-hand post. Final touch then came off a Portland player. And it is out for a goal kick to Miami. Lively start. Here in the new stadium. Phil Neville, Manchester United legend, now head coach of Portland Timbers. Previously was in charge here at Miami, of course. These two haven't faced each other in regular season action in Florida since 2022. It's Miami's old stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Miami ran out 2-1 winners on that occasion. In fact, Portland have no win against Eastern Conference sides last season at all and have never picked up a point in Florida. So, brick by brick for Portland tonight. They'd take a point now, I think. A chance, though, on the attack, Portland. Da Costa couldn't quite make his mind up there. Ball's played wide. Da Costa again. Shooting chance, edge of the box. Shot comes in, is blocked. Anthony it was who got the shot off. Shara tidies up. Da Costa has it back. Portland show plenty of ambition here. One loss and 3 draws here, Miami this season. Only 2 teams in MLS winless at home. Surprisingly, Miami being one of them. They've been great on the road. I mean, they were great for large parts of that last home game against Orlando City. They led 3-0, were absolutely cruising. It was an astonishing fight back from their Florida rivals. Brandon Bye has it. Right hand side for Portland. Kamal Miller. Finn Sermon has a bandage on his right hand. Ball turned around the corner for Bassett. Now chance for Miami to break. 3-on-3 momentarily. Luis Suarez in the penalty area. Suarez shot. Really good save from Pantomis. It's a tight angle. It was running away from Suarez. Didn't quite have the pace. Ball was played into him, but I think it's Segovia who made the run. Suarez eventually caught up with it round about the corner of the 6-yard box. Drilled the shot in. And the right knee of James Pantomis. It's a good reaction save. He's turned it over the crossbar. Second time Pantomis has been called into action. The first corner of the game for Miami. Taken short. Messi. Chance to swing the ball in. Drops the shoulder. Beats Velda. Messi goes the other way. Stands it up to the back post. And it's headed away at that back post by Diego Chara doing the defending. Second corner in quick succession for Inter Miami. This one is on the other side. Left-hand side. It's going to be a left-footed away swinger. To the back post. Won by Lujan. Headed down. Shot off the crossbar. Ball's in. And the referee has given offside. Flags up. Lot to unpack there. I think Luis Suarez was in on the action. I'm not sure he got that initial shot in. Let's have a look. Lujan won the header at the back post. Luis Suarez is offside as he spins and hits the underside of the crossbar. The goalkeeper then flapped it off. I think it was Yannick Bright who was in there. It was Yannick Bright, but Luis Suarez clearly offside from the first volley. Correct decision. Good spot from the Lino down in front of us. Played 17 minutes here at the new stadium. It is Inter Miami 0, Portland Timbers 0, but the promise of goals. Inter on the attack. Suarez goes down. Oh, the referee's given a foul. Brandon Bye not impressed with that decision. Looked like he'd won the ball. Brandon Bye, one of the veteran presences in this Inter Miami, in this Portland Timbers team. Free kick was taken quickly by Inter Miami, and they've wasted that slightly. They've allowed Portland to clear. The real veteran presence here is Diego Schara for Portland. 40 years of age. Diego Schara, the Colombian. Been here since 2011, believe it or not. This is the last year of his contract. Ball played down the channel. Frey's in. Frey's trying to dink the keeper this time. And Pantomis with his left hand has turned it away for a corner kick. Lovely run from Frey. Great ball over the top. Frey got inside the fullback. Anthony was trying to get back at him. Ian Frey's trying to lift it over the top of Pantomis. And Pantomis had to use all of his height to claw that one away. Third save of the game from James Pantomis. Inside the opening 20 minutes here. Miami working over the Canadian goalkeeper. Both goalkeepers hail from Canada. There's a real influx of Canadian keepers every time we're at an MLS game. It seems that the goalkeepers are all Canadian. Portland on the attack. Kamal Miller. Jimmy Fori. Messi gets a little toe on the ball, but it drops to David Da Costa. Bassett moves it onto the right hand side. Low cross into the near post was a poor one. Mikhail dealt with that easily. And then Reguilon just played it off the knees over on the far side. Brandon Bye. And out for a throw into Miami. XG, you've already 1.24 for Miami in the opening 20 minutes. And they're on the attack again. Segovia. Segovia plays it into Suarez. Segovia, edge of the penalty area, thinks about the shot. Reguilon's on the overlap. Reguilon near post, keeper does well. Bertarami was just waiting there. Looked like a tap in. Miami have won it back. Segovia, edge of the penalty area. Luis Suarez goes down. Shot's going to come in from DePaul. Blocked by Finn Sermon. Portland are wobbling here into the penalty area. Luis Suarez turns away from his man. Left-footed cross looking for Messi. Cleared away. Christopher Velder tries to bring it clear. Portland cannot clear their lines at the moment. Reguilon into Bertarami. Reguilon again. Looked for Yannick Bright. Briefly intercepted by Velder, but Miami have it back immediately. Rodrigo DePaul. That's a poor pass. Messi wins it back. Turns. Drives at the Portland defenders. Looks for the 1-2. And Christopher Velder gets in with a tackle. Christopher Velder charges up the right-hand side for Portland. Needs support. He's done really well, Velder. Played the ball in to Kelsey. Cross to the back post. Shooting opportunity. Oh, and it's an unbelievable bit of defending from Ian Frey. It's David Da Costa who's got the shot off. And Ian Frey's dived in for the second time tonight. Made the block. Good running from Kevin Kelsey. Left-footed cross. Taken down by DaCosta. Shot blocked by the legs of Ian Frey. Corner kick to Portland. This one is on the left-hand side. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger. Christopher Velder again. Towards the back post. Contact. First contact was made by Brandon Bye. But he couldn't direct his header. And it is out for a goal kick. 2 into Miami. It's been a very lively start here. Ball is with Lujan and he rolls it out to Ian Frey. Lost by Miami, picked up by Portland. DaCosta. DaCosta just stands on the ball, uses Bassett as a decoy, goes wide for Brandon Bye. Brandon Bye is happy to get forward at every opportunity for Portland. Kamal Miller is fouled by Bertarame, closing down. Phil Neville just out in his technical area, directing a bit of traffic. He'd be quite happy with what he's seen so far. Ex-Everton fullback. Just urging his team to get forward, Phil Neville. A pretty aggressive start from Portland. With the ball. Diego Shara wins it, turns away from a couple. And then just overran it slightly and could only give it back to his goalkeeper. Bye comes in field. Shara back to Bye. DaCosta. DaCosta's quite happy to get anywhere on the pitch. No real positional need for David DaCosta. Little back heel up the line from Anthony. Was looking for Christopher Velder, but it's rolled out for a throw into Miami, right in front of the technical area. Ball at the feet of Segovia. Yannick Bright. Into Suarez. Suarez chips the ball out towards Messi, but Messi was never going to get there. Fori has come back, swapped passes with Cole Bassett. Wasn't the best ball back from Bassett. Portland have managed to just about get it clear. This time Bassett swings and completely slices it nearly over his own head. Brandon Byers had to tidy up in the right back area. Anthony over on that right hand side now. Oh, nearly got in down that right hand side. Ball just overhit. Christopher Velder and Anthony have switched wings. Little cosmetic change for the Timbers. Keeping Miami guessing. Ball back with into Miami and the Argentinian Gonzalo Lujan. Lujan, who was penalised for a penalty kick for one of Orlando City's goals in the 4-3 home defeat. Rodrigo de Paul in possession. Spots Reguilon wide left. Good pass. Reguilon with a bright yellow boot. It's easy to spot. It's a little bit gloomy here in South Beach with the rain in the air. Rodrigo de Paul. Segovia. To Paul again. Yannick Bright, that's good. Segovia with a shot. Oh, it's not far away. He's dragged it wide of the left-hand post. It's Talasco Segovia. very much amongst the action in the last few weeks. Segovia got a goal and an assist against Orlando City in that 4-3. It was a 5th assist of the season for the Venezuelan. Portland on the attack, really good centre forward play from Kevin Kelsey, and tried to force the pass through to Velda. It was an ambitious ball. Velda couldn't get there. Through to the goalkeeper. Miami break quickly, right hand side. Rodrigo de Paul is already on the corner of the penalty area. It's going to drop to Messi, spins, shoots, it's blocked. Good defending. David da Costa was back in there, as was Diego Shara. All hands on deck at the back for Portland. Segovia again, central area, 35 yards out. A support from Paul. Rodrigo de Paul, cross comes in, good header. Finn Sermon, collected by Reguilon, far side. Reguilon, good ball in again, and this time it's Ian Frey. He got his head to the ball, but straight up in the air and over the top for a goal kick to Portland. So still wait the first goal here. Although there's been plenty opportunities in the opening 28 minutes. Ball is with Portland, left back Jimmy Fori, the Colombian. Played forward down the left hand side, a little bit of space for Anthony. Anthony drops it back to David da Costa. That's a good ball into Velda. Oh, Velda's tried to play it through to da Costa. Ball on the right hand side, by with a low cross. Defender slid in, missed it, and eventually it's pounced on by Dane Sinclair. But Portland serving more notice here that they're going to be dangerous on the attack. With Miami's recent defensive record, 3 goals conceded in each of the last 3 games, Portland fancy their chances here. Possession is split dead down the middle as we hit the half an hour mark. 50-50. Shots on target just being edged by Inter Miami, 3-1. Into Miami, into the penalty area again. Suarez looks for the feet of Bertarami. Bertarami holds it up, was well marshalled by Miller. Yannick Bright. Mikhail, Rodrigo de Paul looking to thread the ball through for Segovia. Good tackle by Lujan, risky one. Went to ground. If he was guessing a little bit was Lujan. Nutmeg, Cole Bassett. Gets away from Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul's not happy about this. Oh, he was dying to foul Cole Bassett there. Never got the chance. Bassett overran the ball. Rodrigo de Paul not taking too kindly to the nutmeg there. Messi has it at his feet. 40 yards out, central area. Segovia, who's played quite narrow today, Segovia, can hug that left-hand side. It's in the penalty area, and here's Messi, and Messi scored. What a beautiful goal for Inter Miami. It's a wonderful little passing move. 31 minutes on the clock. And as if it was going to be anybody else but Lionel Messi, a 13th MLS goal of the season for the 38-year-old captain of Inter Miami. Wonderful bit of interplay. Segovia dropped it off to Messi. Messi to Segovia. Segovia with a back heel into the path of Lionel Messi. One touch with his left foot. Second touch from 10 yards out. Crisp shot. Goalkeeper no chance. And we have the breakthrough here at the new stadium. Can Inter Miami this time hold on for the first win in their new home? 32 on the clock. It's Inter Miami 1. Portland Timbers 0. Timbers get us back underway. Timbers have completely... They've played their part in this. In the first period of the game. Got in some good positions. James Panther missed the Portland goalkeeper. Has been called into action a few times. That was a very good goal. Segovia, just mentioned, was on 5 assists. Upped it to 6. Back-to-back home games with an assist for the Venezuelan. Ball is at the feet of Finn Sermon. Over the halfway line. A little bit of space here. Central area, edge of the box. Ball's played in, cleared away by Miami. Picked up by Da Costa. A little bit tight there between Bassett and Chara. Wide right is by Velda with a cross. Kelsey's going to challenge. Kelsey does well. Oh, he gets a shot off too. He's blocked by Yannick Bright in there. Kevin Kelsey just turned and hit that shot out of nowhere. Another Venezuelan, Kevin Kelsey. Just going to have a little break in play here as Serge Reguilon is, I think, been heard blocking that shot maybe, or just when he challenged Kevin Kelsey in the air. So they're just giving Sergio Reguilon a minute to pull himself together. I think the medical team will have a little word with him. There's tons of action around MLS earlier today. You mentioned that New England Revolution picked up a win to help them out at the top of the table. It was a New York derby, finished 1-1. Red Bulls and New York City could not be split. Quite a few 1-1 draws. Orlando City and Atlanta played out a 1-1. DC United and St. Louis played out a 1-1. Philadelphia and Columbus played out a 1-1. It was a 6-goal thriller in San Diego, where Cincinnati, having scored 3 and lost to Miami the other night, scored 3 and drew today with San Diego. LA Galaxy won 2-0 at Seattle. Serge Reguilon is back on his feet. Looks like we're just about ready to get back underway. Miami will briefly be down to 10 men. Reguilon is back on now as we get back underway. Ball at the feet of Cole Bassett. Chance for Bay to get a cross in. Near post, he has a shooting chance. Headed away. Ian Frey. Shot was on target, I think. Edge of the box. Still Portland come. Fori. Anthony. Wide to Jimmy Fori again. Da Costa wants it, gets it. Swaps passes with Diego Chara. Portland have just slowed this down a little bit. Da Costa on the half turn. Finds Finn Sermon. Finn Sermon, that's a good ball into the channel for Velda. Velda tries to get inside Mikhail. Good defending from the big Brazilian centre-back. He then scampers out towards the corner flag to collect his own block. and into Miami. We'll just slow it down and bring it away with Rodrigo de Paul. Paul, right hand side of midfield, 10 yards inside his own half. Yannick Bright to Lujan. Onto De Paul again. This time 10 yards inside. The Portland half threads a through ball and he has a chance. Oh, it's just wide. Lionel Messi has dragged it wide with his right foot. He's got to at least hit the target. It's a wonderful pass from Rodrigo de Paul. 9 times out of 10, Messi would score there. That's a poor miss by the standards of the Argentine. And a light for Portland, who at 1-0 down, you already get the feeling that the next goal in this one is crucial. Miami have been given a free kick, much to the chagrin of Phil Neville down below us. Free kick is on the right hand side, midway inside the Portland half. Anthony is the man who was penalised. Phil Neville has been spoken to by the 4th official now, as Miami prepared to take this free kick. Lionel Messi with an ambitious pass down the right hand channel for Ian Frey. Breaks on, here come Portland. Velder into Anthony. Oh my word, what a piece of defending that is from Mikhail. Anthony looked like he had the pace of everyone there. He took loads of yards out of De Paul. It's not a bad pass from Christopher Velder, slightly overhit. Shot came in from about 8 yards out from Kevin Kelsey. Flying across was Mikhail. And that's the 3rd time tonight a last-ditch block from an Inter Miami defender has prevented Portland getting a shot on target. Another corner from this left-hand side. Velder again in towards the near post. Headed clear by Luis Suarez back there defending, of all people. Collected by Cole Bassett. Cole Bassett takes a risk. Loses possession, but the referee has got him out of jail by giving a free kick to Portland. In fact, it was Anthony, not Cole Bassett, who was taking the risk in there. It was just being held by Rodrigo de Paul. Free kick in a very central area, not an ideal crossing position. Portland have taken it quickly, trying to manoeuvre an angle. Cole Bassett seems to want to find the glory ball, does Cole Bassett. Bassett is fouled this time by Rodrigo de Paul. He was going to go in the book here. First yellow card of the evening. And it goes the way of Rodrigo de Paul. He looks a bit perplexed. It will be a yellow card. 3rd highest paid player in MLS, Rodrigo de Paul. We're speaking this week about his World Cup ambitions with Argentina. Him and Lionel Messi have been doing double training to get themselves prepped for the World Cup. Chance for Portland. Velder tried to slip it through to Da Costa. It's brought away by Miami, over the halfway line. Comes Rodrigo de Paul. Messi 1-2 with Suarez. Messi again into the penalty area, dances around a couple of players. He has a chance, and that's 2-0. Herman Berterame, the ball broke kindly to him. He couldn't miss. He could not miss. Berterame has passed it into the bottom corner of James Pantomis's goal. Right-footed finish from round about 8 yards out. The 5th goal of the MLS season for Herman Bertarami. Messi gets the assist to go with his goal. Messi picked it up. Nice little 1-2 with Suarez. Then it's wonderful footwork from Messi. It's really good. Skips away from 2 Portland defenders. Always in control of the ball. In a very, very tight area, Messi. 1 touch to control it. Inside Bassett. Away from Kamal Miller. And then the little dink to left-footed pass. 2 yards square. And Bertarami, the grateful recipient. Really straightforward finish for the Argentinian. And in the shadow of half-time, Miami have doubled their lead. 2-0. Portland back on the attack immediately. Rodrigo de Paul back there defending, just hacks it away for a throw-in. Bertarami's 5th goal of the season, a 6th assist for Messi. Front 3 of Inter Miami are an absolute nightmare for defenders, a real joy to watch. Portland have a throw in midway inside the Inter half. Sermon is giving it square to Kamal Miller. Miller to Anthony. Anthony, you showed good adventure in this game. Wants to get forward, wants to be positive. Diego Schara moves it on to Bai. Cross comes in. It's going to be a corner kick. Serge Reguilon doing the defending on that left-hand side. Brandon Bai's cross is put out for another corner. 4th corner of the game, this one. For Portland Timbers. First one over on that right-hand side. Set pieces haven't been great. They've been dangerous areas, but dealt with pretty well by Miami. It's going to be Christopher Velda. This one, therefore, will be an away swinger with his right foot. We're in at the final 60 seconds of the 45. Velda. Header is won again. Brandon Bai it was, who was up above the Miami defenders, but he couldn't direct his header. That's gone out for a goal kick. 2 into Miami. Cole Bassett leads the game in touches so far. 60 touches for the Portland Timbers central midfielder. Been busy. Another one that showed a desire and a drive to attack when possible. Left-footed clearance from Sinclair. Suarez wins the first header. Looked like he was held. Referee's played an advantage. Ball up to Kelsey. Kelsey tried to turn it around the corner for Velda. It was well read by Mikhail. Had a good game, Mikhail. A couple of important interventions for him. We're past 45 minutes. We've got 4 minutes of stoppages here. A couple of goals. There was an injury to Reguilon as well that I remember. 4 minutes seems on the high side. Messi swaps passes 3 times with Segovia. Kelsey tried to nip in with the tackle, but Miami keep the ball. Segovia just rolls it back to Dane Sinclair. Messi, long ball, unbelievable pass. It's found Ian Frey. Ian Frey tries to get the cross in. It's blocked by Kamal Miller. That's a great pass from Lionel Messi. Must be a good 60-yard left-footed ball. Ian Frey was just onside, I think. Jimmy Forey doing the defending back there, put the ball behind for a 4th corner. A 3rd goal before half-time for Miami. You would think would kill the game. But remember, I was here for their last home game, and the 3-0 lead in no way killed the game. So everything's still to play for. Rodrigo de Paul and Lionel Messi combine for a short corner. Messi has it. Drills the pass, which is blocked by De Paul accidentally. That short corner didn't work. It's kept alive on the far side. Cross comes in. Headed away at the near post by Yannick Bright. De Paul. Down by the right-hand touchline. Finds Messi again. This time what can Messi do? Finds Yannick Bright. Messi gets him back. Suarez with a little cross and Reguilon. He's not offside. Flag stayed down. Portland are hemmed in their own penalty area here. Reguilon turns on the edge of the box. Tries to beat a couple of men. Eventually Cole Bassett gets in front of him. And Portland can bring it away with Christopher Velder. Chance to relieve some pressure for Portland. Velder spotted Anthony on this left-hand side. Was a really good idea. Long ball forward from De Paul. Forey has it. Game is still wide open. Anthony. Back to Forey. Into a central area where Bassett moves it on to Brandon Bye. Good football from Portland. Can they make one chance before half-time? Bassett. Velder. Brandon Bye. Wide right again. With the Portland right back. Into the penalty area. Da Costa with a run. Well read again by Mikhail. Mikhail clears it up the line. Ball has stayed in play. Picked up by Finn Sermon. Back to Kamal Miller. We've played 3.5 minutes of the 4. Portland need to get this forward if they're going to create something before the referee blows. Velder tries to loft it over the top. That's blocked. Time running out for Portland. Still in possession though. And now they lose out. Segovia. He loses out though. Anthony. Everyone's giving the ball to each other here. No one can keep hold of it. Diego Shara. And it's called Bassett picks the ball up. The half-time whistle does go. Portland never did manage to get that in an attacking area. Thoroughly entertaining first half here in South Beach. Inter Miami lead by 2-0. 31 minutes. Lionel Messi from a little through ball from Segovia. And then Berterame doubled the lead after some lovely footwork from Lionel Messi. Berterame swept the ball in from 6 yards. Portland got some decent positions without managing to get on the score sheet yet. Half time here on Sunday Night Soccer from the new stadium. This Inter Miami 2, Portland Timbers 0. Welcome back to South Beach, everybody. We are just about ready for second half action here between Inter Miami and Portland Timbers. Inter Miami with a 2-0 lead at half time. Goals from Lionel Messi and Herman Berterame. Couple of substitutions here to tell you about. Portland on the attack though, so I'll just break off momentarily. Miami get the ball clear. Ian Frey has been taken off. Didn't look like he'd hurt himself in that first half. So Ian Frey will be replaced at right back by Facundo Moura for Inter Miami. Portland on the attack again down the right hand side. Brandon Bai tried to slip the ball through, cleared away. Miami have it with Moura getting his first touch. Regular substitute is Moura. João Ortiz, wearing number 80, is on for the visitors. João Ortiz has replaced the veteran midfielder. The 40-year-old Diego Schara has gone off. So one change made for either side here. It was an open first half. 2 good goals scored by Miami, but Portland fully played their part too. Plenty of attacking threat from the Timbers. Free kick over on the halfway line for a foul committed by Jimmy Fori. Free kick right on the halfway line. Yannick Bright has it. Poor pass from him. Intercepted. First touch over there for Ortiz. Cole Bassett turns away from Segovia in the centre of his own half. Out to the left hand side. And DaCosta. DaCosta gives it to João Ortiz. Where's number 80? Just the Ecuadorian, 30 years of age. Just his first season here with Portland Timbers for João Ortiz. 8th appearance, yet to get on the score sheet. Does have 1 assist to his name. DaCosta in possession. Finds a little bit of space for Christopher Velda, who thinks about the shot. Velda gets the shot off. Was blocked by the on-rushing defender Mikael, the big Brazilian. Not for the first time gets his body in between the ball and the goal, and it bounces away for a corner kick to Portland Timbers. 5th corner of the game for the visitors. Velda on set piece duty again into the near post, headed away from Luis Suarez, who's got first contact on a lot of those. Anthony then helped the ball back in, but had far too much on it. And it's out for a goal kick to Miami. Miami in their two-tone pink stripes. Portland in their dark green. I did say in the first half that Portland were wearing black, but it's a really dark bottle green with that little bit of drizzle in the air. It did look black from up here, but they've dried off a bit now. It's definitely a dark green. My eyes aren't getting any younger either. Header won by Finn Sermon. 22-year-old New Zealander. Will be hoping for a trip to the World Cup this summer. New Zealand playing a lot of their games up in the Pacific Northwest, so we may get a game in front of some home supporters. Reguilon One back by out to the left-hand side. Kevin Kelsey gives it to Ortiz. Ortiz gets it back off Forey. Da Costa into Bassett. Onto Ortiz. And then Da Costa loses out, was caught in possession from behind. Bertarami has it, finds Suarez. Suarez with an ambitious pass, got that one wrong. Intercepted by Jimmy Forey. Anthony, poor pass infield. Miami with it back. Suarez was clipped. Referees played an advantage. Bertarami got a shot off, was blocked. Ortiz needs to be careful here. Messi's wriggling through the penalty area. And Messi just overruns it. Portland get it away. And a chance to come forward through Christopher Velda. Christopher Velda is blocked off by Serge Reguilon. And Portland will have a free kick. That's an excellent piece of defending from Finn Sermon. Threw himself in the way of that Bertarami shot, much in the fashion that Mikhail and Ian Frey did a couple of times in the first half for Miami. Portland have taken the free kick. It's right on the halfway line. Cole Bassett has it. Kamal Miller forward. Good centre forward play. What a foul given against Kevin Kelsey. Maybe for a handball. He's slightly unfortunate there, Kelsey. Just using his strength to hold off Gonzalo Lujan. 7 minutes gone in the second half here. Into Miami lead Portland Timbers by 2-0 on Sunday Night Soccer. Looking to only for a couple of hours take top spot off Nashville. Nashville will play LAFC later on this evening. And wrestle the top position back from the Herons. Assuming that the Herons go on to take the 3 points, which has not been a safe bet so far this season. Portland will be looking to prey on those concerns by getting the next goal, and they're on the attack with Da Costa. Anthony, little back heel to Da Costa. This is good play from Portland. Da Costa tried to get round the right back Facundo Moura into the penalty area, couldn't do so. Moura does well and finds a good pass to DePaul. DePaul was out-muscled though by Ortiz. Ortiz thought about the shot, back to Kelsey. Shot comes in, it's just over the top. It's a really good effort from Christopher Velda. It's a good move. Ortiz was too strong for Rodrigo DePaul. Played the ball into the feet of Kelsey. Kelsey's first time shot. Thought initially St Clair may have got a touch on that, but I think it's gone straight over the top. Goal kick to Miami. But again, just warning signs for Miami that Portland are capable here. And if they do get the next goal, it will be very much game on here at the new stadium. Gonzalo Lujan with a wild pass, intercepted, edge of the penalty area. This is a chance for Portland. Great defending, back post. And Lujan has managed to clear away his own error. Portland probably should have done a little bit better with that. It's a quite ridiculous pass from Lujan. Lofted pass across his own penalty area. Header is won by. And then a low cross looking for the run of Anthony at the far post. And Lujan stooped and headed clear. Portland have the bit between their teeth here in the opening 10 minutes. Been fired up by Phil Neville at half time. Guillermo Hoyos down there just looking a little bit pensive. Arms folded. Suarez, Messi, Switch it out to the left-hand side. Loads of space for Reguilon. Here's a chance. Reguilon into the penalty area. Pulls the ball back. Step over from Segovia. Still alive. Segovia will shoot. He's put it over the top. Big chance for Miami. Wasteful. Segovia's initial decision for the step over was cute, but it wasn't quite read by Luis Suarez. And then Segovia put it back over the top. Miami come again. DePaul loses out. That's got to be a foul by Reguilon. I was absolutely caught the wrong side of Christopher Velde. Reguilon pleads innocence. Two of the Europeans coming together. There are not too many Europeans on the field here this evening. None, indeed. Oh, sorry, one. Obviously, Serge Reguilon. I just mentioned him for Inter Miami. David da Costa. Christopher Velde. For Portland. Kamal Miller, that's a good pass. Portland come again. Velde, this time in the central area. A little chop, gets away from DePaul. Still driving Velde. It's been a load of plays. He's got a shot off. It's a great effort. Saved by the goalkeeper. Dane Sinclair is near post. Really direct stuff from Velde. And then the flag goes up. Anthony was offside from the rebound. So direct play from Velde. Just slaloms in between Miami. You can see why Miami have conceded goals. So passive there in their defending. As Velde got the shot off. Good play from Velde. 26-year-old Norwegian. Has 4 goals to his name this season. Another bargain transfer. €4.5 million from Olympiacos in Athens. That's a foul and has to be a yellow card. I'm going to write this down before the referee gets it out. There it is. Talasco Segovia is in the book. Tripped Brandon By as Brandon By went past him. Segovia immediately knew he was going in the book for that too. Second yellow of the night. Rodrigo de Paul received the first in the first half. And another chance for Portland. The man who just had that shot, Velde, will swing this in right-footed. Portland not really made a chance from these set pieces. They've had quite a few opportunities, but haven't worked Sinclair. Velde, Sinclair comes out, gets a good punch on it. No infringement in there. It's picked up by DePaul. DePaul has a runner. A little back heel, that was good. I think it was Suarez. Messi. DePaul. Nice move this. Segovia is tackled. Suarez picks it back up. It's not a very good pass from Luis Suarez. Segovia had to nip in with a tackle, and Yannick Bright has stayed down. Yannick Bright got a hospital pass there. Came together with Christopher Velde, and Yannick Bright came off worse. That yellow card, by the way, for Segovia, we'll see him be suspended for the next match, which will be against the Philadelphia Union. 6 yellows on the season for Segovia. Bear in mind, he's not particularly aggressive or physical midfielder. It's an early suspension for Talasco Segovia. 6 yellow cards to go with his 6 assists for the season. That's going to be a good race. Velde, like a man on a mission this half, chopped away from Yannick Bright. Yannick Bright exacts a little bit of revenge on Velde. Velde wants a yellow card. Every time, how many ref? is what Velda's just announced to anyone within earshot. It was Velda who fouled Bright a couple of seconds ago, and now Bright has got Velda back in another set piece. It's a big bit of equipment, is Christopher Velda. 180 centimetres. No idea what that is in feet and inches. Anyway, he's big. And he's going to take this free kick as the clock moves past the hour mark. Velda, too close to the goalkeeper. Dane Sinclair, who this time elects to catch it, not punch. Good goalkeeping from the Canadian. Rolls the ball out to this left-hand side. Luis Suarez, who's got no options. Bertarami, a little 1-2. Poor pass. Suarez didn't read it. On the attack from Portland, Velda. Velda is not fouled, or maybe he was, but the referee's played an advantage. That won't help Velda's mood, who's clearly feels like he's been called out for a little bit of rough treatment here. Cole Bassett, central area. Just gives it to João Ortiz, left. Ortiz into the centre forward, Kelsey. Kelsey miscontrols it. Cleared away by Miami. Portland have pressed this off. I would say have had the larger share of the possession in territory. Velda faced up by Segovia. Gives it back to Finn Sermon. Pulls it square to Kamal Miller. Miller, another Canadian in the start lineup here. 3 Canadians tonight, the 2 goalkeepers. And Kamal Miller, ball round the corner. Kelsey looks offside. Flag stayed down momentarily. Velda, edge of the box. Velda steps inside. Velda must score. Blocked by the defender. And eventually the flag does go up. That's frustrating. Velda, it was good footwork. He did take a little bit too long, too many touches. Maybe he knew Kevin Kelsey was offside. And Kevin Kelsey was clearly offside. I think that's one where the linesman could have just flagged rather than allow us to get mildly excited. As Velda danced his way into the penalty area. He's 21 years of age, Kevin Kelsey, but equipping himself well this season. Physical presence, but technically very good. This caused Mikhail and Gonzalo Lujan problems. Angel Guillermo Hoyos is preparing his substitution down below. Not quite ready yet though. João Ortiz wins the ball. Here comes to Costa. Costa's got runners both ways. Velda, good run from Velda down the right hand channel. Mikhail is out to him. Back to Da Costa, good ball into the penalty area. Oh, just overhit. The run was Brandon by. Didn't quite read it initially, and it was a step or two late to get there, and it was claimed by the goalkeeper Sinclair. Daniel Pinter looks like the man who's going to be coming on for into Miami. Miami in the attack, chance edge of the penalty area, Messi with a shot, saved by the goalkeeper, just clutches it underneath his crossbar. Took a little deflection, looped in the air, so not a difficult stop for James Pantomis. Gonzalo Lujan gets himself in a bit of a muddle. Goalkeeper to his rescue. Velda wants a handball this time against Yannick Bright. Not given. Facundo Moura is fouled. That's got to be a yellow card. And it's David Da Costa. Picks up the Portland Timbers' first yellow card of the evening. Free kick to Miami as the clock hits 65 minutes here. And the change is going to be Luis Suarez. He's very often replaced. Getting on a little bit in years. Luis Suarez, 39 years of age. And he is replaced by Daniel Pinter. There's number 56, Pinter. Hungarian, just 18 years of age. His 8th appearance, all told, for Inter Miami. Good chance for the youngster. Breaking down the right-hand side is Facundo Moura. Couldn't keep the ball in play. Also wanted the throw-in, but referee Drew Fisher's giving it the other way. Portland's turn to prepare a change. It's going to be the number 23 coming on here. Ian Smith. And Ian Smith is going to replace Kamal Miller, so a change at the back. Kamal Miller off. Ian Smith is on. "23-year-old American. Velda. Down the right-hand side come Portland with Anthony. Anthony, good ball in. Everyone misses it initially, and it's well defended at the back post by Moura. Composed defending from him. Miami can break. Bertarami has got to run into the left if he can find him. He's found Messi. Messi is going to dance in the penalty area. Lionel Messi. Good defending. Finn Sermon with a block. Feared for Portland then as Messi danced into the box. Bertarami did well to find Messi with a left-footed pass. Messi took 2 or 3 touches, tried to glide past Sermon, who stood his ground, got the block in. It's a corner kick for Miami. Messi takes it short, back to Segovia. Segovia to DePaul. Segovia back to Messi. Left hand side, back to DePaul. Sure, this was on the training ground plan. DePaul swaps passes with Yannick Bright. Left hand side, DePaul. This time it's all the way back into the centre circle in Moura. And Moura has gone back to his goalkeeper, Dane Sinclair. Maybe Miami trying a bit of game management here. Unbelievable. Once bitten, twice shy and all of that. Long ball forward, looking for Segovia, but way over the head of the Venezuelan. Kamal Miller doesn't look thrilled on the bench about having been withdrawn, which I suppose is fair enough. You're not supposed to. Christopher Velda wants another free kick. He isn't going to get one. He's becoming slightly demonstrative, Velda. Looks frustrated. Ball is with Da Costa. Come to the left-hand side. Velda again, and again the referee's not given a free kick. Segovia. Ball down the right-hand channel, stretching to get there. Is the defender on the far side. It's with Messi. Shot comes in. Oh, it's not far away at all. Pantomis went full length to his right-hand side, got nowhere near it. There's quite a few people behind that goal thought that was in. Messi twisted, left-footed shot. Wrapped his foot around it. Yeah, it's about 6 inches wide of the far post. Portland on the attack. Kelsey holds off Mikhail, does well, Kelsey this time. Ball out to the left-hand side. Drilled back to Bassett. Little 1-2, edge of the box. Bassett again. Cross comes in. It's a low cross, deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper. Portland still trying to get back into this. Haven't created a ton clear-cut chances in this second half. We are beyond 70 minutes here at the new stadium. Ball is with the right back for Portland, Brandon Bye, over the halfway line. Chance for Pinter to get involved. First touch for him. Mikhail just drops it into his centre-half partner, Lujan. Moura up to DePaul. DePaul turns. Moura had gone beyond Rodrigo DePaul, but Jimmy Fori intercepted, put it out for throw-in to Inter Miami. 18 minutes away from a first league win at the new stadium for the Herons. And they have slightly more control than that Orlando City game last time out. Mikhail has played it across to Lujan. Into the penalty area. Here's a chance. All shot scuffed straight at the goalkeeper from Pinter. There's a good opportunity there for Pinter inside the penalty area. Couldn't get that shot off cleanly enough, the youngster. It was easy for Pantomis to make the save. João Ortiz plays it out to the left hand side. Ian Smith, substitute centre back. Back into Da Costa. Da Costa, manhandled by Segovia, gets away with it. Pinter thought he was fouled, looked like a foul too. It was quite an aggressive tackle in there. We're going to see another substitution for Miami. For Portland, David Da Costa, who has picked up a yellow card. Has played well, the Portuguese player. But he's going to be replaced by the number 28 for the Timbers, who is Alexander Aravina. The Chilean, 23-year-old. On loan here from the Argentinian side, Gremio. Into the penalty area. Straight in on the action is Aravana. Break it on. Miami have got runners both ways. Ball is in the possession of Bertarami. Bertarami with a shot, it's blocked. Nearly got a second effort, but it's brought clear by Sermon, who finds Velda. Velda on the charge again. Wide. It's Kevin Kelsey. Bassett. Bassett gives it to Jimmy Fori. White is still is Anthony. Ball on this right-hand side. In the possession of Anthony. Anthony tried to get around Regulon, couldn't do so. Ball runs harmlessly through to Dane Sinclair, and we have 15 minutes to go here at the new stadium. Miami still lead Portland by those 2 first half goals to 0. Ball is back with Dane Sinclair. Gives it to Mikael. Into the feet of Bright. This is good football. Bertarami picks his head up, finds Pinter left hand side. Pinter drives towards the corner of the penalty area. Back to Bright. Bright moves it on to Moura. Moura allows DePaul to take over. He tried to speed things up and actually won the ball back after initially his pass was lost. And Paul into the penalty area. And I think it was shanked off the shins of the defender, Finn Sermon, into the arms of Pantomis, the keeper. Foul on Alex Aravana. His first action of the game is to win a free kick for Portland. Portland come down the left-hand side. João Ortiz into the feet of Kelsey. Kelsey couldn't control it with his back to goal. Regulon tidies up. Risky pass from Regulon. One back, high up the field. Into the penalty area. Oh, he has a chance. Shot comes in. He's saved by Velder. Velder with a shot. Velder arms outstretched. Wants a foul. I'm not sure if Velder got the shot off there. Again, he's had a couple too many touches as Jan Velder. Christopher Velder, sorry. And attacking at the other end, DePaul tries to get around Jimmy Four, he can't do so. Concedes a corner. Seen a replay, it was a good chop originally. And I think, Christopher Velder did get a right-footed shot in. Defender got there at the same time. Phil Neville was in the same camp as Velder, thought he might have had a case for a penalty. I'm not sure, I haven't seen it back. In the meantime, Miami have a corner kick. It's lofted out to Messi. Good footwork from Messi. Segovia tries to curl one. Good shape. You see the idea behind it. He's put a little bit too much on it. And it's gone sailing over the top of the crossbar for a goal kick to Portland. So far so good tonight for Miami. They look like they might just hang on with 12 minutes to go. Kelsey to Aravana. Big switch for Anthony. Good touch from Anthony. Shooting opportunity maybe. Edge of the box. Wants a little bit too long to Aravana. Drops it back off to João Ortiz. Wider still to Bai. Bai with a good ball in. Headed goalward. Saved by the goalkeeper. Velder again. Shot comes in. Blocked by Miami. Good pressure this. Chance for Brandon Bai. Another cross towards the penalty spot. And the header is won. There's a clash of heads in there. Yannick Bright was doing the defending. I think it's an honest challenge for the ball. I tell you what, that's a really good save from Dane Sinclair. A save you'd expect him to make. But good reflexes from Dane Sinclair. Header on target was from Christopher Velder, who was being involved in absolutely everything so far tonight. Yannick Bright is sitting up with the medical team are giving him the concussion protocol. Physio just moving a finger about in front of the eyes of Yannick Bright. Was caught. It was Cole Bassett making the challenge. As I said, it was an honest attempt to win the ball. Bassett, it was there to be headed, but Bright got up first and the two collided. Some good drone shots tonight. The Sunday night soccer cameras of the new stadium here. Nice pink hue all around the place. Here in South Beach, the rain's eased off a little bit. Much drizzle around in the second half. We'll see, and that might just have started again here. But in the last 10 minutes of the 90, there will be some added time at the end. I've had a couple of little breaks in play. But Miami do lead by 2-0. Lionel Messi and Hermen Berterame, the two first half goals, the difference at the moment between the two sides. Final substitutions to be made by Inter Miami. There's a bit of confusion here about Yannick Bright, who doesn't want to go off, but maybe it's going to be a concussion substitute. For Yannick Bright. Preston Plambek is one who's getting ready. So Yannick Bright is off, has been replaced by Preston Plambek, and David Ayala is the other substitute. David Ayala will replace the man who got the second goal this evening. Fifth MLS goal for Herman Berterame. Plambek in Ayala on. Into the final 8 minutes here. Can Portland find anything to set up the grandstand finish here in South Beach? Poor pass. Miami have it. Reguilon, little back heel. First touch for Plambek. Plambek gets another chance. Moves the ball on. Little 1-2. Reguilon. Reguilon pulls the ball back edge of the box for Messi. Messi's crowded out by 3 or 4 Portland players. Portland try and come forward with Aravana. On the half turn is Kelsey. Kelsey drives towards the edge of the box. Just overruns it. No foul given. Or foul is eventually given against Kelsey on Mikhail. Looked like, if anything, it was the other way around. Oh, well, it's not a foul. Both players have got there at the same time. They're both stretching for the ball. They both get a piece of the ball. They both get a piece of each other. Referee's giving it the way of Inter Miami. Phil Neville looks on in disbelief from his technical area. Dane Sinclair prepares to take the free kick, left-footed, towards Plambek. Gets beaten in the air by Brandon By. Picked up by Velda. Anthony tries the dinked cross. Gets it wrong. Facundo Moura can just keep hold of possession on that far side for Miami. Drops it into Lujan. Lujan up to the halfway line. Messi gets in front of Smith and finds Plambek. Plambek towards the corner of the box. Low cross in, headed away by Sermon. Not the best ball from Plambek. Poor clearance, picked up by Segovia. Segovia thinks about the shot and then tries to drill it into the feet of Daniel Pinter. That was a poor pass. Frustration for Angel Guillermo Hoyos. A little bit wasteful, Miami there. Portland come again. Christopher Velder drops deep, wants the ball. By. Has to turn away and go back to his goalkeeper under pressure from Pinter. João Ortiz. Swaps passes with Aravano. Brandon By, right hand side, over the halfway line. Anthony. Looking for an option. Anthony. It's got to be a foul that time, and is a foul. Ayala, one of his first actions of the day, is to commit that offence. Substitution for Portland. Kevin Kelsey is off. Kevin Kelsey is replaced by the number 88 Gage Guerra. We're also going to see Anthony replaced by the number 29. The number 29 for Portland is Juan Mosquera. So that's Phil Neville's subs done. Free kick. Velder, this time's not too close to the goalkeeper. Somehow a Portland player hasn't gotten the end of that. This was a good ball in. Don't know how many of them were onside, in fairness. Looked like there was a handful. It had just gone a little bit too early for Portland. Goal kick to Miami. Sinclair, not in a huge rush to take it. Reguilon just allows it to drop out for a throw-in. The Herons fans trying to lift their team here. About to witness the first victory for their side at this new stadium. Mikhail smashes the ball skywards. Ortiz challenges in the air. The referee gives nothing. Aravano's fouled by Ayala. It's a second offence since his introduction. Cole Bassett, João Ortiz. Portland thought they'd won a throw in there. Mosquera. But the decision went the way of Miami. Ayala turns it back towards his own goal, where it's cleared away by Lujan. Picked up by João Ortiz. Foul this time by Pinter. Bassett was the man who won the free kick. Bassett to Aravano. Aravano towards the edge of the box. Has runners both ways. Gets a lucky ricochet. Has the ball back. Mosquera. Poor cross in from By. Segovia. Break could be on for Miami. Rodrigo De Paul helps it wide. Messi carries it. There's loads of space on this side for Palmbek if he gets his head up. He tried to. It's dropped to Pinter with a shot. Great save. Messi might be offside off the rebound and is. Pinter drilled that one from 25 yards out. Good save from James Pantomis. Not for the first time tonight. Goalkeeper called into action. Portland attack. Down the left hand side. We are 20 seconds away from 90 minutes here. Just about to find out how much time will be added on. Miami supporters are rising here in the name of Lionel Messi. Rings out around the new stadium into 5 minutes stoppage time. Foul on Reguilon by Christopher Velde, who's been heavily involved in this second half. It's been an all-action performance by the Norwegian. Messi. Ball through for Pinter. Oh, Pinter dives in with the tackle. It's good defending back there. Ian Smith got it clear for Portland. João Ortiz. We have played 1 minute of the 5. Time running out here for Portland Timbers. João Ortiz has it just on the halfway line, gives it to Bassett. Oh, Bassett takes his eye off the ball, that's poor. Uses out to Paul into the feet of Pinter. Pinter on the half turn. And that's going to be a foul. And a yellow card. Finn Sermon is the man penalised. Just dragged back. Young Daniel Pinter. A little bit of frustration there for the New Zealander. Miami have the finishing line in sight here. Messi on the free kick. Him and DePaul just using all their notes to run the clock down a little bit. Still haven't taken this free kick. And eventually they've taken it. Short. Messi ambles his way down to the left-hand corner flag. Still in possession. Portland can't get near him. DePaul's taken over. He's headed even further into that corner and has won a corner, much to the annoyance over there of Ian Smith. Rodrigo DePaul just milking it down in front of those Miami supporters. The linesman's trying to get him, tell him to get on with it. They're conducting an orchestra down there, Rodrigo DePaul. I mean, the game's still going on and he's just off the pitch, conducting the songs and the applause down with the supporters. Lionel Messi. Good turn from him. Eventually is crowded out, but the referee's given a free kick here. Messi applauds over his head. Miami are going to see this out and win. They haven't allowed Portland out their own half in the last 3 or 4 minutes here since the board went up. One minute of the 5 to go as the sun just slides down out the sky here in South Beach. And anyone who's watched a football match before will know Lionel Messi is about to have a shot from this free kick. 5-man wall with a draft excluder. 28 yards out. Here comes Messi over the wall. What a great save. What a save. James Pantomis has clawed it out with the top corner. The fans were desperate to see that go in. Pantomis has spoiled the party somewhat. I tell you what, it's right in the top corner. Pantomis might even have touched that onto the crossbar. No, it's an unbelievable save. Save of the night from James Pantomis. He's had a very good game. Made about 7 or 8 stops now. Into the last 10 seconds, the corner will be the last action of the game. Miami haven't put a ton of players forward. They've drilled it to the back post towards Segovia, but Brandon Bai gets his head on the ball and it's out for a throw-in. And this is the last action of the game. Drew Fisher has blown the final whistle. There it is, it's all over. And finally, it is home comforts for Inter Miami. A first MLS win at the new stadium. It was 2 first half goals. Lionel Messi got the first. German Berterame got the second. Portland played their part fully in the game but couldn't get the goal back that would set up the exciting finish. And as the fireworks go off around us here in South Beach, it's finished. Inter Miami 2, Portland Timbers 0.